Hello and welcome to What to Watch 24. Over the last two episodes, we talked about the lithium-ion battery. We talked about how the lithium-ion battery is used in the modern electric car, and we tied these two things together by talking about energy, and we use the same unit of energy for all these things so that we can compare them. And now this week, we're going to put all that stuff in historical context by comparing to the amount of energy used by the human body. And I'm doing this because in the media, anytime you hear about energy, the numbers are either so big or they use so many different units of energy, the only source of context that you get is how they say it. If they want to tell you that global warming is going to end the world in the next 10 to 100 years and the sky is falling, they say it in a certain way. If they want to tell you that there's been no change, the world is only getting better, they use the same numbers and they say it in the opposite way. But the numbers are not that hard to understand as long as you convert it into something understandable. So here we go. 2,000 food calories. We've all heard that number as the amount of energy that the human body consumes in one day, the amount that we get from our food in one day, and it's close enough. It's off by a little bit, it's still close enough. 8.4 million joules. We use 8.4 million joules per day in our body. A smartphone battery charge. That's 1/200th of that amount. 41,000 joules is 1/200th of about 1/200th, 8.4 million. So we use 200 cell phone battery charges per day in our body. One Tesla Model S battery charge, 306 million joules. That's 36 times the amount of energy we use in our body in a day. So 36 days worth of energy for a person. 2017 Honda Civic gas tank, 12.4 gallons of gas. 1,490 million joules of energy. That is 177 days worth of energy for a person. It's starting to get to be a lot of energy. Typical furnace, 100,000 BTU furnace, uses 100,000 BTUs per hour. So that furnace operating for 1 hour uses 100 million joules, which is about 12 days worth of energy for a person. And again, that's a typical furnace operating for 1 hour. So still, these are individual, it's an individual person and individual technologies. How does that average out for an entire society that's industrialized? Well, the US energy usage per day is about 33 billion days worth of energy for a single individual person. Divide that by the US population, you get 102 times the amount of energy that we use just in our bodies. So as a society, we use 102 times as much energy as we use just by eating and consuming food in our body. Now, honestly, for me, I had never calculated that before. I didn't really have an idea what that number would be, but if I'd have guessed, I thought it was higher than that, but it's a lot more than one. We have to use at least one because we have to eat enough food to survive. 102 is a lot more than one, and I think we're using a lot of energy. I think we can accept that we're using a lot of energy. Globally, we know the number's smaller because the US is relatively industrialized, and it is quite a bit smaller. It's 17 times the global population. So as a world, we use 17 times as much energy as we use just from the food that we eat in our bodies. Hope that helps. I hope you convert to joules every time you see a unit of energy, and I hope you can put this stuff in context. Thanks for watching. See you next week.